a lender and are always wondering why appraisal fees seem to be so unpredictable. Some are higher, some are lower, and it just really doesn't seem to make sense. Hey, it's Lee Walker from Lawrence & Walker Appraisers. I am going to do my best to break that down for you. Okay, so appraisal fees. The first thing I'll say is that there is no industry standard for appraisal fees. Every appraisal firm, every appraiser is free to set whatever fees they want to charge. And that can vary between marketplace, between urban and rural and suburban. Those are all different rates. Another thing that plays a huge key factor is the purpose of the appraisal. So a property appraised for residential mortgage purposes, that same property could have a significantly different fee if it were appraised for legal purposes. So matrimonial, taxation, litigation, quite separate fees from what a mortgage appraisal would be for the same property. The most important thing to consider when it comes to appraisals is the amount of time it takes the appraiser to complete the appraisal assignment. That could come in different forms. So the first is, how long does it take the appraiser to drive to the property? Number one. Number two, how long does the appraiser need to spend at the property to collect the data to go back to the office to complete the assignment? Some properties are more complex. Some have hillsides, some have a ton of rooms, some have a lot of renovations that need to get looked at. Some properties just take longer than others on site. And then finally, when the appraiser gets back to their desk and starts completing the analysis and the report writing, that completely can vary depending on the complexity of the job. Just think of it this way. If an appraisal takes approximately a half an hour or an hour extra, you will expect to see higher incremental fees as you go. And sometimes the appraiser doesn't necessarily know what the fee is going to be or how long it's going to take them until they visit the property. And so sometimes you'll get a request for an additional fee after the appraiser's already viewed the property. Appraisers don't like to do that, but oftentimes we don't know what we're dealing with until we get to the site. The last thing I'll say is when we're talking about AMCs or appraisal management companies, those fees can be anything. So the appraisal management company will take what we charge for a fee and they will add whatever they want to on top of that. And oftentimes the appraiser or the appraisal firm doesn't necessarily know what the appraisal management company is charging you. The amount of time that the appraiser takes in the property times the appraiser's hourly rate will equal the appraisal fee. And again, I always like to say to our clients, start thinking about appraisal services as actual services rather than a commodity or a product that's purchased. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me.